isolated foundation footing. An isolated foundation footing is the excavation, lean concrete, a concrete block with steel reinforcement. There are two techniques for making a footing. Here is a natural ground sectional view. The footing concreted directly in full excavation. Here is a footing formwork. Today we are going to make an insulated footing. The dimensions of the footing are 70 cm long, 60 cm wide, and 30 cm high. The depth of the footing is 65 cm. The excavation will have an extra weight of 50 cm on the sides to facilitate the installation of the formwork. At the first, the worker will draw on the ground axis, which will allow him to set up the excavation of 170 cm in length. We have 70 cm of footing plus 50 cm on each side. The weight of the footing is 160 cm. We have 60 cm of the footing plus 50 cm on each side with 65 cm of a depth. Here are two insulated footings. The footings are positioned at the intersection of two axes. The long line is attached to the chair marked P. Here the footings are placed at the intersection of the axes. We are going to work the footing S10, which was at the intersection of axe 13 and P. Here the worker takes each intersect line in reference to the footing to be constructed. With the vertical plane, he reports the axes to the ground and marks them with the steel bars. The steel bars are protected by plastic caps. The worker tracing the footing excavation. The steel bars fixed in 1 meter from the footing excavation line to not interfere with the earthwork. At this stage, the foreman informs the worker about the depth of the excavation. The depth of the excavation is 65. The excavator excavates the footing earthwork. The worker continually controls the dimensions, in particular the depth of the footing excavation. The worker positions the rod at the lowest point. After that, the foreman in charge controls the stage of the footing excavation bottom. After that, when the lean concrete has been set, the worker can lay out the footing. The lean concrete allows to trace the footing and install the reinforcement. Here the red line determines axes and the blue line signifies to the edges of the footing. Here at the end of the tracing, we have the following marks on the lean concrete. We have the rectangle of the footings and the marks of the block of the formwork. After that, the worker installed the formwork for this footing and need to control the squareness and closures of panels. After that, the worker installs the reinforcement in the footing formwork. The steel reinforcement is held in place. Now the formwork is finished and ready to receive the concrete. After that, when they receive concrete, the concrete as installed in the formwork up to the level mark. The worker adjusts the upper part of the concrete. When concrete is finished, the next day the worker dismantled the formwork at the footing.